The Wallabies, aka Australia, 26. The British and Irish, Lions, 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 29. Two for me, zero for them. Respect, respect, man, respect. Yes, yes, people. What is Guanin? Live and direct and in full effect, baby. Lateness is greatness and all of that. You know the ting. To be honest, a bit later than I planned, but it is what it is. I was out and about, not really doing much, but you know, when you're out, you don't have to be out. And I'm not out. When you're just out, walking about, it was quite nice. It was quite nice, man. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just better that way. Do you know what I mean? It's the best way to be. But yeah, I'm going to get straight into it. Get them likes up, subs up, hit the notification bell, share if you want, all of that good stuff, right? We're going to get into it right here, right now, Fat Boy Slim settings, right? Right here, right now. All right, then. Yeah, so the Wallabies, Australia, started a lot better than they did in the first test. I was impressed. I knew they were going to be better, and I knew it was going to be a tight game in the end. I think it was going to be down to a point, but it ended up being down to 3 points. Hugo Keenan with the match-winning try, and he was very good, especially in the second half. Great in the end, and forever immortalised into Lions history. There was no way he was passing that. I fucking knew that. Andy Farrell. I'm going to start with the coaches, other than obviously Hugo Keenan with that match-winning try and shit. Andy Farrell, you got away with one tonight, big boy. Today. Either way. I'm a poet. I fully well know it, cunt. Putting your son on the bench. He actually did better against the Invitational than he did against the Pacifica. And he was worse when he came on the pitch today. Like, first thing that he really had to do, make a proper tackle out wide. I think it was the Wallabies captain, Wilson. Wilson absolutely boshed Baz, the northern lad. Oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, mate. Whatever. If he's not on kicking duty when he comes on, why is he there? What does he do? Does he do card tricks? You know, what's up with this guy? You know, you want guys to go to war with, to war. Great guys. Roy Keane settings and all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're doing here. Yeah? Back once again for the Renegade Master. Best believe that. We're dealing with this now. I'm going to get the quote-unquote negatives out the way first, because it's easy to sing their praises, and they deserve it as a team, 100%. The Wallabies were poor. Like, Australian rugby is an absolute shit show. We'll get to that. You know, item 4 on the agenda. We'll get to that. you know what I'm saying? If you know, people. But yeah. Owen Farrell. Pointless. Marcus Smith would have done more in that game. He would have done more. I would rather him at 12. I wouldn't be surprised if he'd made that tackle. Oh, but he's not as good as Owen Farrell defensively. He's not as good as Finn Smith. Finn Smith is better defensively than Owen Farrell at this point. Let's be real. And Owen Farrell was playing outside centre. Outside. Another one. If this was the All Blacks, if this was the mighty New Zealand, the Kiwis, we would have got turned over. We would have got turned over today, and we would have got turned over last week. Another 3-0 like 05 against us. But because the Wallabies have been a shit show for the past few years, you know, they're in their rebuild phase, you know, struggling to get quality players to play in Union because most of them go to League and Aussie rules, their football. It's tough, man. It's tough. And they're losing some of their best athletes even to cricket. It is what it is, and other extreme sports and that. And not only that, I saw Wildcard's video earlier. Big up to him. Aussie YouTuber. Rugby Aussie YouTuber. Yeah, like all these articles about fucking one of the senior execs caught with child porn doing the kiddie fiddly bullshit. Can you really be that surprised? Like the nail, it's right there, and they hammered it themselves. But you can't be shocked about this, people. You know what really goes on. You know what really goes on. The higher up you go, the more bullshit there is. It is what it is. See, back in the day, because life was just so much better, things were more simple until you reach the higher echelons. But because things were so simple, like the tech wasn't so high tech, and and even if it was considered at the time, you know, it's nowhere near as complicated, and it doesn't just suck us all in. Pause. Like it doesn't drag us all into, you know, being attached to, like, you know, like our phones, our screens, TV screens, whatever. The TV screens of today ain't the TV screens of back in the day. But them TVs were lumps, bruv. Absolute fucking lumps. You know what I'm saying? Before I go on, big up AJ. Big up AJ. Yeah, you're missing that T. NATSTR. If you get that T, you got my name spot on. But yeah, big up either way though. Just try not to take that too personal, but it is what it is. Add the T and you got it, mate. You got it. But yeah, big up, big up. Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah. Andy Farrell has this bad habit of picking favourites. Now, I don't want him to coach the next Lions tour to New Zealand when we face the All Blacks. No chance. No chance. I'd rather wheel out Geeks, Ian McGeekin, that legend, you, sir. I'd rather wheel him out and coach that fucking team. Pick the fucking team as well, because he understands and knows ballers. He's not just going to pick mostly Scotland just purely based on that bias. Andy Farrell was picking Irish players like there was no tomorrow, bruv. Now, granted, Ireland are the best out of the four nations. I hear it, so the majority are going to be picked. But there's a few names here and there that just like, really? And Isaac Lowe, up and down kind of game, you know. Yes, the offload for Ty Burns try, that was great. But under the high ball, he struggled, man. He really struggled. He really, really, truly struggled. That's for damn sure. Man like Tommy Freeman. And not free man like Morgan, bruv. Best believe that. I swear, the Hugh Jones and the rest of them, man, right? They were always they were always fucking like they were always fucking whenever they had the ball, right? I swear they just refuse to pass him because they know he's a bit scrubby. He ain't at that level. He's good for Northampton, you know, decent for England, but Yeah, like it for me. Nah, I told my old man, and he's in he's in Australia at the moment, so I'm sure you would have loved that. Absolutely, you were there today. Would have loved to have been there, but I've got my eyes on fucking New Zealand. Somehow, some way, I will do what I can to make that tour. 100%, 100%. You know, start doing the grinding thing. You know, the hustling, all of that shit. Got to make my moves. Got to do my thing. Find a way. And the Lions found a way today, in spite of the Farrells, both of them. Because both of them, it's like the Chuckle Brothers, isn't it? Dumb and Dumber, in a way. And Tommy Freeman. Tom Curry, a bit iffy as well. Jack Morgan should have started. And the fact that Jack Morgan cleared him out properly, got as low as he could have got without hitting his head proper. Got to rate that. Got to fucking rate that. You know what I mean? And what's his face? And that led to the Hugo Keenan winning try. Could have passed to Jack Conan, but there was no way he was going to pass it. And he did the right thing not to pass it. Upon reflection, he did the right thing. All right. So my thing is, it's just very, very, very fucking simple. Do the fundamentals, do the basics. We struggled under the high ball a bit. The quality of the game was much higher. It was much better than the first test in patches. Australia were much better. You got Suaalii, you know, Valentini, Skelton made a massive difference up front. We struggled, man. We struggled. Yeah, we absolutely fucking struggled. But the truth of the matter is, people, is that we were more organised, we were more well drilled, and we had more belief. Mainly, that's the main reason we won the series 2-0 at this moment in time, and it should be a third, is the belief in the squad, the togetherness. Whereas with the Wallabies, it's just like, yeah, they've got some players that got quality. The Suaaliis, the Tom Wrights, the Valentinis, the Skeltons. I rate McDermott. But, you know, Tom Liner's young. He's good. Is he going to be that good? I don't know, man. I don't know. But the one thing that pissed me off is that Marcus Smith wasn't even on the bench. I understand him not starting because Finn Russell's number one. And the reason why Finn Russell's number one and why Andy Farrell has to pick him is because he's that much better than everyone else. And even when he makes the odd error, which he did today, passing to the invisible man and all of that, look, I've been there. We've all been there where it's just not been right. Intercepted. Even the best players in the world fuck up or just have one poor performance. But the truth of the matter is the pass wasn't even that bad. He just expected someone to be there that wasn't. And the players, you can see that they're not on his wavelength, bro. He is head and shoulders above basically damn near everyone on this planet. Maverick, proper baller, Finn Russell. I'm so glad. Started both of the tests. I think he only started one in South Africa. And again, for fucking Owen Farrell, the prodigal, not even the, no, fuck that. I'm not even going to give him the credit of calling him the fucking prodigal son. And definitely not the fucking chosen one. I'm a poet. I fully well know it, Cam. Yeah. Favorite son. It's the Balboa effect. Of course it's the Balboa effect. Wigan's favourite son. I think it's Andy Farrell's only son. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, this is some bullshit. Like Marcus Smith has not started a single game for the Lions this tour. For me, that's disgraceful. I believe he started at least once in the South Africa tour because he was picked for that, and rightly so. But again, Bummy Borthwick, and then Andy Farrell's just like, oh, well, you know, I like that player. Bollocks, mate. Fuck yourself, cunt. Because what this tour has shown to me is that Andy Farrell is just a better, more established version of Steve Borthwick. Bummy ass fucking scrubby McDubby Borthwick. Rav. Scrubgate and Lego Head rolled into one. Best believe. Nah. This is one of the easiest tours that Andy Farrell or any coach has ever had, and Andy Farrell got it, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And you nearly fucked it up today. Could have easily fucked it in the first test as well. And if you're not played Marcus Smith, oh no, wait. I almost forgot, because Marcus Smith hasn't started the whole time the Lions have been in Australia, and they're there for one more week, third and final test, and Marcus Smith still won't start. I think the only game he started is against Argentina, and that was at fullback, bruv. Done the same thing that Borthwick has done. Borthwick ain't a good coach. He's shit. He's fucking shit. The only reason why we did well last year in the or this year rather in the Six Nations, why we did well in the Rugby World Cup, and we shouldn't have got as far as we got as well. The only reason why we had an easier path, number one, before we faced the current world champions. And yeah, we gave them a heck of a game, but it's the players, bro. The players stepped up. Even the players that he picked, there was enough quality, enough balance of youth and experience. There was talent there. Too many of these coaches, the Andy Farrells, the fucking bummy Borthwicks, doing the dictatorship thing. I am the law. That only works if you're that good and you understand fundamentally that I am the captain of this ship and it's my way or no way. But I know exactly what I'm doing. And I'll pick the best players. I'll have my favourites here and there, but I'll only use them sparingly when I can afford to do it in certain games. Clive Woodward was the master of that. And then it failed him in 2005 when we toured New Zealand with the Lions. Is what it is. It was a horrible tour anyway. It was a shocking tour. I never had one like that since, really. 2009... Rog, aka Ronan O'Gara, fucked it. Absolutely fucked it. Could have drawn the series. Now, I would have rather have lost that series, which we ended up doing in the end. Because a draw is just like, you know, you got to have a winner. And in turn, that means you got to have a loser. You know, we did brilliantly in the tour of New Zealand, but there were certain games that, you know, we should have won. You know, even this tour, we should have beaten Argentina, but fair play. We bounced back, went down under, and have won every single game since, convincingly, up until today. And there was pressure, but we delivered. We delivered. Gibson Park played the whole 90. Brilliant in the end. Made a few errors. You know, it's definitely not scintillating rugby, but it was a lot more free flowing. A lot more free fucking flowing total fucking rugby. That's what I want to see. That's what we all want to see, man. Period. You know, big up the chat. Yeah, I called it. I just want to see Marcus Smith start. Because the forwards, I would give Tom Curry a rest. Or even Tide Burn as well. I want to see Henry Pollock, fucking Benno and Jack Morgan. Jack Morgan won't be 8. He'll be, I want to see him at 7. Ollie Chesham and Atoje can stay because for me, Scott Cummins ain't of that level, and James Ryan, nah, not quite at the heights that he was before. I rate him similar with Tom Curry. I rate them highly, but Lions is about form. If you're not on it, you're not on it. It is what it is. Halfpenny and George North were sidelined because Elliot Daly, who's not even a winger, when we toured the New Zealand facing the All Blacks in 2017, he was playing better, and he was, and he weren't even a fucking winger, and he was also a goal kicking option, long range. Then obviously you had Liam Williams, who we still haven't replaced, and Anthony Watson as well. This tour is crying out for an Anthony Watson, and yes, I know he's retired, which is a fucking shame with the injuries and all that. But Bayu Waboso, English right winger, can also play left as well. I'm sick of these, wingers that can only play one side. I get there are specialist positions, right? Scrum half, fly half in the backs. The front row, of course, because it's the ultimate specialist position, and then the locks as well. The back row, it can kind of, if you're centre and you're quite big, there's a good chance you can play there if need be, and number 8 as well, if you're big enough, strong enough, you're willing to put in the hard yards, you've got some skill, and especially if you're back, you can fill in that role. Case in point, Sergio Parise, number 8 for Italy. He was that good, he could play pretty much anywhere in the backs other than scrum half. Maybe fullback, but pretty much just scrum half because he was that good, he could play fly half. Definitely play centre. I think centre would be his best position if he decided to be a back. Could play on the wing, and he could play at fullback. Because playing on the wings, and I used to play wing, I used to play centre as well. They're not that difficult once you have the fundamentals. Fullback is a different story because the high balls, trying to catch the high ball and positioning yourself is pretty much the same as if you're playing on the wing. But the difference is it's the last ditch tackles. It's the last line of defense element. Whereas unless you're a winger that's dropped back and you're covering for the fullback, I was never great at those kind of tackles. I'm not going to lie. The catching the ball, the kicking, but I digress on that. But the forwards were immense today. They weren't flawless, but they were immense. I think the backs, especially defensively, just left a few too many holes, and the forwards were just knackered. Hence, when Tommy Freeman got sin-binned, again, he needs to be dropped. We conceded like 2 tries from that. Yeah, but either way, it's done. I think I'll be quite balanced with the positive and negative of of today's Lions' second test against the Wallabies. One more against Australia, won that 3-0. And big up to Mara Itoje. Been watching the behind the scenes. Oh shit, with the Lions and that. The way he talks to the players, he's not shouting. He doesn't really have a deep, commanding voice. It's not like Martin Johnson. It's not like any of the other captains, even Sam Warburton. Let's be real. Not Owen Farrell when he's been captain of England and shit. Not a Lawrence Dallaglio. Like, soft-spoken, but not to be fucked with. Don't judge a book by its cover. Mara Itoje, especially during these 2 tests, and he'll start the last, third and final test next Saturday, which I won't be able to see because I'm going to a wedding. So I will pretty much miss that. Definitely the second half. It's a shame, but it is what it is. But I'm glad it's done because then next week I can enjoy the wedding and hopefully Marcus Smith is starting at 10. If Finn Smith starts and Marcus Smith is on the bench, or even Owen Farrell's on the bench, I'm going to lose my shit. Because Andy Farrell does not rate ballers like that unless he has to play them. In other words, it's test defining. It's make or break. Finn Russell was a make or break for him. If he knew he could win the test series without Finn Russell starting at 10, he would do it in a heartbeat, just like that. Just like fucking that. And yeah, but for me, England should have got Scott Robertson, before he went to coach the All Blacks after coaching the Crusaders. Best coach in the world. I would have even rather Fabien Galtier coach this England side, even with limited English, because he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He rates ballers, the French flair, and we've got the quality as well. France have got the quality, and they've got more squad depth over the years, which is why they're more consistently competing against the All Blacks, the Box, the Wallabies, Argentina. Them games are more interesting, etc. The Wallabies have got to look forward to the World Cup, Rugby Championship before that, this summer and next summer. But yeah, the World Cup in Australia 2027. I think by that time they'll be a lot closer to where they need to be. They'll be competitive. I don't think they'll win because the Box are head and shoulders above everyone else, even the All Blacks. And All Blacks have the rugby heritage. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But yeah, ultimately, I'm ecstatic. I'm so glad that we've done it. Finally. And 2-0 as well, because usually at Melbourne, we don't have a great record there. 12 years ago, we lost by a point. 24 years ago, we got battered. Johnny Wilkinson gave the ball to Joe Roth. Look, it happens. Happens to the best. Johnny Wilkinson was the best at one point in time. Just give me a sec. Yeah. So this is basically where we're at. This is exactly where we're at, people. I think the players, and it's always about the players, and first and foremost the fans, because without any fans, the players won't get paid. But without the players, there's no game. Referees and coaches and the elites, especially the rugby elites, are a few fuckers. You can add the Australian Rugby Federation Union, whatever the fuck these cunts are called, to that list, right? Treat the players with respect, value them more, value the fans. Because if you don't want to end up like football, with a bit more money, and even then it will be well short of what fucking football's on. Football's just a bigger game. It is what it is. But if you want to really progress the game, rather than it being a closed shop, which it still kind of is in a way, it's too elitist. I'm gonna be honest. Class problem, underbelly colour thing. Ellis Genge was spot on, and he was brilliant when he came on. Didn't sulk. Scrums were, yeah, so much of a muchness that his scrummaging was better today than it was last week, but who fucking cares? Balling Andy's a fucking menace. Andy's a baller as well. I've seen him do the flick ups and shit. Keaton Healy, I saw a little montage doing a laces flick up. I didn't know he had that in his locker. I'm sure he definitely played Gaelic football like when he was a kid and all of that, but I didn't know he had them kind of skills. But anyway, half an hour of talking. British and Irish Lions against Australia. Second test, 2-0, 3-0 whitewash. 3 for me, 0 for them. Respect. Back once again for the Renegade Master. Best believe that. Okay. Now for what you've all been waiting for. We're going to talk about the ASNA. But before I do that, I'm going to get into all the other comments. AFC always. Yeah. Gyokeres, welcome to the ASNA. We'll get into that. We will definitely be getting into that. Aguna Matata, I fucking love that name. Big up, brother. Yeah. So Victor Gyokeres, number 14 as well. Mentality, guys. The freaking standards. Let's freaking go, guys. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, this is where we're at, people. It's mad. It's absolutely fucking mad, right? He has signed. I had a feeling that it was going to be done over the line, because if Bird couldn't get this one over the line, and we all know it's his signing, we know Arteta don't want fucking Gyokeres. He wanted Sesko. Deep down, he's crying from the very depths of his soul, if he has any left. And he's livid deep down as well, on top of that. And all you other mutants, you wallads, tippity top of toppest gooners, can hold that, you filhos da putas. Yeah? You wanted Sesko. Oh, but the project, he'll get better. You know what it is. You know exactly what time it is, people. Live and direct and in full effect, baby. Best believe. It's Gyokeres. Man like Andrea Mafioso, bad boy Berta, mate. Delivering. Damn sure. Now we just need to get Eze over the line, get a left back, Tyreek Mitchell, or get Miguel Gutierrez if he hasn't moved already from Girona. I get both of them. Fuck it. I'll go as far as this. If we don't get Eze, but we get them two left backs, and then we can have Miles Lewis-Skelly in midfield. Ethan's an option in midfield, as well as on the right, but we know Legohead's going to play him on the right. We've got Max Dowman. Obviously, we got Zubimendi, Rice, Wodegaard. Havertz will sport as a midfielder, left 8. But really, his position is number 10, but we know he's not going to play in Odegaard's position. It is what it is. And Norgard. Martinelli's still here. Trossard is still here. And then we brought Madueke in. He'll start on the left, guys. Trust me, he will start on the left. Trossard will be out the door, I reckon. Don't be surprised if Martinelli's out the door as well, because Reece Nelson is still here. Reece Nelson will stay. 100k a week. He ain't going nowhere. The only reason why Eddie Nketiah, it was easier to get rid of him was because strikers are hard to come by, period. Whether you're good, decent, bang average, below average, poor, piss poor, even shit. If you're low on strikers at the right price, you'll take an Eddie Nketiah. You'll definitely take an Eddie Nketiah, and that's what Palace have done. It is what it is. Won a trophy last season. What phase is he in now, bro? Oh, fucking hell, cunt. I am elated, bro. I knew it was going to happen, but the fact that it's over the line, I saw the interview, bro, on Arsenal, on the Arsenal official YouTube channel. Ice cold. No real fucking about. Got that experience, you know, being at Coventry, and I didn't know he was at Brighton for a little bit, but before going to Sporting, but yeah. 20 plus goals in all competitions, minimum. But I tell you what, I haven't watched the Rants video where he talks about us on his clips, where it's like, if Gyokeres doesn't get 20 plus goals this season, this upcoming season, and then it's a flop. Well, that depends, innit? Context. Context, guys. Not situational at your convenience. No, keep it consistent. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect here. I'm just saying it how it is. Real talk. If Wodegaard is dropping stinker after stinker, if Madueke ain't providing the service, Saka ain't providing the service, Rice ain't doing enough, Zubimendi ain't doing enough, you could be the best striker on the planet. If you ain't getting the service, you ain't going to score. What's he going to do? Drop in midfield? What Havertz does? And not that well as well. Is he going to get pushed out onto the left? Because the truth of the matter is now, and I've been saying this for time, I really and truly have been saying this for time. I'm so glad we're getting Gyokeres because now Arteta has to deliver. Lego head knows deep down, Paella Pulis understands that if we don't win the Premier League or the Champions League, for me, it should be just the Champions League. You've had time after time, chance after chance to win that fucking Premier League. Could have won it 3 in a row. Probably should have won it 4 in a row. Had everything at your disposal and you decided to overpay for shit. With your crackhead squad of merry men and bandits, aka the Garlics, Edu sucks toes and that when he was here, the DFS sofa salesman, Vinay, crooks, the lot of them. I know Garlic's still here. I know Tim Lewis. Just shave it off, son. Mate, just get rid of that. You look dodgy, mate. You really do. Just get rid. How about whoever we sign, whether I rate them or anyone else rates them or not, let's just put them on sensible wages. Because Kepa will be on 75k minimum. And that's the sad reality. If that was me, I'd put him on 50k. At most, I'd put him on 50k. Oh, but it's only 5 million. Why is he on 75, 100k? Do not be surprised if he starts over Raya in some games, in some Premier League games. Trust me. This manager is getting sacked by the end of this season. He's getting sacked. You saw what he done. You saw what Lega had done, right? With Oba, yeah? Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Fucking G. Slapped the shit out of Legohead. Slapped his bald head because the wig fell off. Slapped the wig right off, you know what I'm saying? Yeah? Really and truly, right? Really and truly. If you really think this manager won't play Gyokeres on the left, or if he plays him in the middle, that he'll play against him. In other words, he won't have the right game plan. He'll instruct these players incorrectly so that we don't get the service to him because we know Arteta ain't fucking good enough. We know he likes to micromanage. And if you micromanage, you better be the best fucking coach in world football. You better be Pep levels. Lego head ain't Pep levels. Arteta will never be that. We know it. This elite world class level chat, we all know it. There's no going nowhere around it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to understand. You really have to understand, people, right? There is no way that this manager will get it right. Even if it's for one game, he'll always fuck it up. Playing Havertz in midfield against Aston Villa at home in the 23-24 season when we lost the league by 2 points. We win that game, we win the league. And a lot of the top gooners were saying that. Well, who decided to play Havertz in midfield? Jorginho. Odegaard as captain, period. It doesn't fucking work. You know, I think Odegaard would play a lot better if he wasn't captain. Because it's not like, and the reason why I call him Odegaard is because he just looks miserable. He looks worn out, you know, not just from all that breastfeeding. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy, it's like, plus coming back from injury, the world on his shoulders, the world of Arsenal, it just cannot deliver consistently. Can't do it. There's a reason why Real Madrid let him go. There's a reason. Oh yeah, but Özil is levels above Odegaard. Levels, bro. Can't compare. Same with Alexis Sanchez. Like, what are we doing here, people? What the fuck are we actually doing here? It's very simple, right? Really and truly very simple. Play Gyokeres up front and put in them fucking crosses. Bombard that fucking opposition box. Do it. Do it. You know what I'm saying, bro? But we won't do that. We'll do that when Havertz is on the pitch. Because remember when we had Giroud? And then there was a period where we had Walker up front. We were bombing balls into the box when Walcott was up front. But when Giroud was up front, we were doing the tiki-taka, trying to, play to feet, and not even like target man style. It was very intricate. Like Giroud was almost playing like false nine. And yeah, mad underrated, but again, not utilising him to his full ability. Gyokeres will be another one, which is why this manager will get potted. In my eyes, he'll get potted by Christmas. If you think we're going to beat Man United away, first game of the season, Leeds, Liverpool away, I think Leeds were playing at home, but either way, newly promoted team and Leeds are the best out of the rest, we will struggle. We will fucking struggle. And then all the other teams as well. I think we've got City as well as one of the first 6 games. Whether that's home or away, doesn't matter. We will struggle, bro. City have strengthened big time. They got squad depth. And by squad depth, it's not just the numbers, it's the quality with their numbers, not the other way around. Not just the numbers, but there's a little bit of quality here and there. Well, no, not really. Not with us anyway. You look at Tottenham, they don't have that either, but they had a manager that knew how to get over the line. I still haven't gone back and watched that game. At the time, I didn't watch Tottenham lift that Europa League. Too painful. Seen it enough times with Chelsea. These top gooners are shameless. They're cucks, bruv. They're cucks who refuse to admit that they're cucks, which makes them simps, which means they're worse. Simps are ruining society anyway. But this level of sympatry on the Asana side, disgrace. Disgrace. Why can't you just say it how it is? Call it how you see it. We don't have to agree on absolutely every single thing. I'm not saying that. No one's saying that. But call bullshit on it. And not the whole passive-aggressive, sassy, aka bitchy way that Igal does that shit. You know, the same Igal that fucking wanted Arteta out when we got battered by City 5-0 at the Etihad in the 21-22 season, at the start of that. But you wanted him out because we were 20th at that point and Spurs were top. But when Spurs are 17th and they won a Europa League and we won nothing, but because we finished second, Arteta deserves another year. I'll give him another go. How long have we been hearing this shit from when even Wenger was here? Oh, yeah, you know what? Give him another go. Give him another go. Yeah, you fucked up. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah. We'll just keep spending the money. But why'd you look at me? Like, because Wenger didn't want to spend the money. The board were like, Wenger can spend what he wants. And then when you got a manager that actually does want to spend like Arteta, but he's fucking useless, absolute shithouse, Napoleon complex, Jim Jones looking, Captain Black looking ass motherfucker. Right? That's what we're dealing with, people. That is exactly what we're dealing with. But yeah, believe it or not, I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. I do think he'll get 20 goals in spite of Arteta. I know Gunn said that earlier, but I agree with him. Basically, my point. Just like I believe that Arteta will get sacked this season. I reckon it'll be at Christmas, but he's definitely not gonna get another season. He's not going to be managing Arsenal by 26-27 season. It's not happening. It's definitely not happening. That's just the way I see it. Berta's come in. He's given him what he wants. Barsesko, he's given him basically everything he wants. He can't complain, really. And people are sick of him, of the press conferences, the lie and the bullshit. He's even doing it pre-season before we jetted off to Singapore. You know, we beat Milan. Max Dowman is a proper G, real one for the future. I hear it. And he's only 15 years old. One of them child prodigies and that, quite literally. But yeah, that's how we're rolling. It is what it is. As soon as a kid bursts onto the scene, top gooners get too giddy for my liking. You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's what we're dealing with, people. That is exactly what we're dealing with right here, right now, Fatboy Slim Settings. But yeah, I'll end it here. I'm going to chill and just enjoy the rest of my evening. Well, I kind of did already, but, you know, it's early hours of the morning. I'll chill for a bit. Yeah, just enjoy the fucking the fact that the Lions won. We got Gyokeres finally. Now get Eze and get a left back. Get a left back. And to be honest, if Arteta really wanted to stay and not be forever known as Lego Heads, I would drop Odegaard as club captain. Give it to Declan Rice. Give it to Declan Rice. You could give it to Gabriel, because the truth of the matter is, if he did that, I would actually respect him a lot more. Even though for me at this point it's too little, too late. But he pushed Aubameyang out the door after he slapped the shit out of him. And I'm talking Aubameyang over slapping the shit out of Arteta, Lego head, not the other way around. Arteta don't have the stomach for that. He don't have that kind of nerve. He's sassy. Yeah, he's a bit petty. Way more so passive aggressive and very sensitive. Very sensitive. If you don't like something in life and you mention it, there's a way to do it to people. But when you're just chatting shit constantly, always the victim, never the perpetrator, never the aggressor. Come on, man. Those players are going to down tools when it starts getting a bit iffy. When them challenges start flying in, because we'll definitely get some injuries. Doesn't mean they'll all be like long term and all that. There may be one, there may not be. Obviously, I don't want there to be any injuries, but that's not how football works. This manager has been running this team into the ground, and it's about time someone exposes his ass. Pause. Big time. Big time pause. But anyway, we move. We move. Yeah, I just see Arteta losing the plot. Because if you thought the last season just gone was bad, Wait till this season, just about to come up. You ain't seen shit yet, boy. Best believe that. Back once again for the Renegade Master. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Gyokeres might actually be the one to put Lego Head in the bin and Labasura settings and all of that. Do you know what I mean? He might actually be the one because Havertz was the signing that put in there where it was the beginning of the actual end. I initially thought it was Madueke. I reckon it's going to be Gyokeres because if Gyokeres ain't firing and he's playing out on the left and he's not starting, trust me, them fans, especially the match-going fans at home, even away, especially away, but like even at home, they won't tolerate that. They're way too tolerant, but for this kind of shit, on a real, bro, like, nah, bro. Like for me, right, the fans will get him out, just like they did with Wenger. They will get him out. Big up, Todd. Man like Todd Burge, always in the chat, even though it's come right at the end, but it is what it is. Lucky win today, but Australia will learn a lot from this game. This is a stepping stone on how they can become better. Yeah, facts. Absolute facts, mate. The way I see it, the Wallabies, they were in the shit a couple of years ago. Didn't make it out of their pool. Didn't make it to the quarterfinals, basically. What happened to them is pretty much the same thing what happened with us, with England in 2015. Didn't make it out of the group, but it was in our own fucking tournament, which was worse. Because in 91, when Twickenham was hosting the Rugby World Cup final, it was basically like home nations, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, but mainly English grounds. Just in the 91, England got to the final, lost to the Wallabies. Exactly. Lost to Wales at Twickenham. We got battered by the Wallabies, who actually made the final in that year as well. And then the All Blacks won it back to back. Now we're in a position where the Bucks have won it back to back. And they could do a three-peat as well, because I don't see South Africa being dethroned anytime soon. They're head and shoulders above everyone else. They can play exactly how they want. They got squad depth to the nth degree. I mean, real squad depth, real quality. They can do the 6-2, they can do the 7-1 because they've got players that can play multiple positions. Versatility, guys, yay! And all of that shit, right? So it is what it is. And the way they're playing rugby now, far more expansive. It's nowhere near as pragmatic and as effective as it used to be. Still highly effective, but the way they're moving it about, it's very frightening. No team is beating the Bucks right now. And I don't see it really changing in the next 2 years because Todd, Bummy Borthwick, right? Bummy ass fucking Borthwick, Scrubgate and Lego Head combined, more so Scrubgate. He's going to hold this England team back. And he won't get sacked till the end of the Rugby World Cup where we get knocked out in the quarterfinals or we don't make it out of the group somehow if we're in a tough group or tough enough group. Either way. I reckon it will be the quarterfinals because I think we have too much quality to not qualify. But then again, who would have ever thought that the Wallabies wouldn't qualify out of a Rugby World Cup pool? Do you know what I'm saying? Stranger things have happened. I think it happened to Wales in 91, I believe. Is what it is. But yeah, when it happened to us in 2015, like Stuart Lancaster finally got the sack, but it shouldn't have come to that. He should have got sacked like a couple of years before that. The New Zealand win at Twickenham in 2012 bought him time, hella fucking time. The RFU is a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. There are better English coaches. Like literally. Oh, but he won the Premiership. Leicester won the Premiership in 2022, or it was 2023. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Freddie Burns got the winning drop goal in that. I think it was 2022. But yeah, either way, 22-23. They could have easily lost that final, but they didn't. Borthwick is a jammy fucking manager, but that jam runs dry. When there's no more jam left in that jar, it's done. It's over. You're not even history. Barely a mystery. Poetry in motion. Sailing across the Atlantic Ocean. Bush. Yeah. Have you seen the Premiership fixtures got released? Bath away to Harlequins' first game. Yeah. I'm actually not too far away from Quins as well, so that'll be interesting. That'll be a great game. I don't know if I'm going to watch that game. We'll have to see. But if I watch on the TV either way or catch the highlights, might do a match reaction at that point, because Bath should be going on to do the fucking treble. That's what needs to happen. We've done the mini treble. What phase is Jan van Granen and all of that? You know, them ones there, Todd, and everyone else in the chat that knows and watches and loves their rugby and shit. Yeah, the RFU are so messed up for the professional level and grassroots. Grassroots is even worse. Professional is in tatters, but grassroots is even worse. It's part of the reason, among many other reasons, why I got discouraged playing rugby again. Like, I just didn't want to play it anymore. Like there was no fun, you know, like all that passion and desire, blood, sweat, and tears. It just didn't feel and mean the same thing to me anymore. You couldn't express yourself anymore. Yes, you want to win, but at the cost of having fun and fully expressing yourself. I see it like a martial arts. Do you know what I'm saying? As crazy as that sounds, I see rugby, all these kinds of sports, as like a martial arts in a way, where it's not just about winning. If you compete, you want to win. Of course, no one wants to be a loser. And anyone that does is a fucking loser. It is what it is. And sadly, that's the case in life. And there's a lot of rich ass fucking losers as well. You got money, but you're moving like a wallad, bruv. An absolute waste, man. Let's believe that. But yeah, it'd be like that, man. You know, you got Bummy Borthwick, you know, trying to get the biggest lumps to play. He got that fucking Kiwi-born flanker. Yeah, absolute fucking unit, but he's dog shit. And he hasn't been back since. Bummy Ball, I can't even remember his name because he's that fucking forgettable. You'll probably know what I'm talking about, Todd. It kind of has similar hair to what I do, what I have, but he don't have the beard. He don't have the beard like mine. Beard game, even though I haven't, you know, had a cut for well, probably for about nearly a month now, but it is what it is. I still look kind of funky fish enough, at least. You know what I mean? But yeah, grassroots rugby. I used to love it. I'm thinking of taking it up again and just doing what I want to do. But like, if you really want to make it as a kid, if you're playing rugby, it's just like, unless you're a gym rat, don't bother. And I hate to be one of them guys, but if you want to express yourself, if you want to play scintillating total fucking rugby, similar to the boys and girls, you know, that are coming through the ranks that are trying to play some proper footy and all of that shit, especially in this country, you ain't going to be able to do it. Now, if you want to play the rugby you want to play, you're better off trekking down to New Zealand. Now Australia is in a lot of deep shit, but at least they'll have a go in it. And the box is a great place to study your craft when it comes to rugby, but you got to watch your back because it's rough out there. But the rugby is top tier in South Africa, so it is what it is. Argentina's a great shout as well because they play some of the best rugby on the planet. I think they play the most attractive rugby, but they're just not quite as consistent with being the top teams yet. Their squad depth is not too far away, but it's getting close. Like France are there or thereabouts there. They just need to get some continuity and start playing their big boys against the likes of the All Blacks, the Boks and the Wallabies on a regular basis, and then obviously the Englands, the Irish, the Scottish and Welsh. You know what I mean? I mean, Welsh rugby's in the gutter, but again, the WRU, another one. Useless fucking sacks of shit. Unbelievable. But hey, what can you do in it? As well as the season starts on a Thursday night in September, Sale Sharks v Gloucester, yeah. Ex-Wales coach. Ex-Wales coach. Is he ex-Wales coach? Because, was it Warren Gatlin? And then, no, I think you're talking about the more recent ones. I can't think of their names, bro. I'm not going to lie. But big up either way, Todd. Apparently 133k stopped playing rugby throughout England, Wales and Scotland and Ireland at grassroots level since coming out of... Yeah. It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. Like, if you really want to improve the game, you have to have superstars. You have to have fucking superstars. Finn Russell is one. Antoine Dupont is another. Like basically rugby was relying off of Dan Carter, before that Johnny Wilkinson, for years, bruv. Years. More so Dan Carter because he didn't get injured as often as Johnny did. Both elite level proper ballers, bruv. And it's a much of a muchness, give or take, in terms of who's the best out of either. I would play both. Fuck it. I think Johnny edges Dan Carter mainly because of the defense. You could call it English bias or whatever, but for me, bro, like Dan Carter is world class, elite for damn sure. Played some of the best rugby I ever seen against the Lions, the highest level. You know what I'm saying? Big up Rashid, man like Arsenal Revolution TV. Rashid, Make sure you like and subscribe to this brother as well. I've seen the vlogs and that, yeah. With Guns, Northside, and fucking Carl. Big up to three of you, yeah. Living life and all of that in Madrid. One day, bro, I'll be out there doing my thing and all of that in Spain, or at least the Canary Islands, or wherever in the world. Either way, like Villa, on the beach, chilling, making my content, doing whatever. It will happen. Soon come, people, soon come. But yeah, big up Rashid. I need to get you on my channel again at some point. But yeah, I'm just stoked that we've got fucking what's his face, Gyokeres over the line. I'm just glad the Lions won on the rugby side, and we got Gyokeres over the line, which means Arteta has no more excuses. I don't want to see or hear Lego Head this season crying about refereeing decisions, whinging and moaning about certain players that took like Saka out as an example, or Odegaard, etc., etc. Don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Oh, we're playing too many games, etc., etc. Fuck off with all that bullshit. We're not hearing it anymore, right? Don't want to hear it. Don't want to fucking hear it, right? I really don't want to hear that bullshit. But again, once Lego Head goes, once Arteta finally pisses off, all you mutants, top gooners, you complete and utter fucking wallads, can go with him. Useless cunts, the lot of you. But anyway, for grassroots level, to get more players back into the RFU, have to have a system where grassroots players get paid as well. Yeah, like the semi-pro system in football, but actually do it better. The problem is, mate, I don't think it will ever happen. And if it does, it won't be in your lifetime, probably won't even be in my lifetime, because the RFU, most rugby federations around the world, and let's be real, even the New Zealand one isn't that much better. It's like, it's more elite, it has more standards, and even though rugby is their national sport, like I've been to New Zealand, it's, you know, you think Wales live and breathe rugby. No, it's nothing like New Zealand, bruv. All Blacks are known around the world. Like, it's a brand, it's a commodity. They push that shit around the world. So they're better than all the other boards around the world, rugby-wise, but it's just like they don't promote it like they should. They're trying to do all the heavy lifting, and in recent times they're just like, no, can't be bothered. We'll just do our own thing. And the RFU, they're fucking lazy, and they've got the money, and really and truly, it's just the government just bails them out all the time. They're part of that conglomerate, that corporation that just gets bailed out every time. Bit low on money, because my chum is your chum and all of that kind of bullshit. Weird ass fucking bullshit. You know, number 10 down in street settings and all of that. They always get bailed out. The man there and all of that. Yeah. Yeah. Living it up, man. That's what I'm saying, Todd. They've been living it up. But yeah, Rashid, I'm so glad he got to 1K. And Carl's very close to 1K as well, if not already. So when Carl gets to 1K, and he'll get to 1K probably tonight if he hasn't already. Yeah. Well deserved. Well deserved, my guy. I need you on my stream as well, because I will be doing a few more streams. I'm trying to be more consistent over time. I will try and make it happen. The only annoying thing is like just this Mac, although it's been doing reasonably well, like it's held up, it's getting a bit better. But at the same time, it's just like it's just so old, man. It's like Wenger, do you know what I'm saying? It's just so old. It is what it is. He will use every excuse this season as well as his fanboys. Yeah. But they're done, mate. They're done. You don't see and hear Bath fans making excuses. You know, Owen Farrell does that whole classic sort of like deflect and all of that shit, right? Mainly down to picking his son at every single fucking opportunity. Players that he shouldn't be playing, shouldn't be picking, and all of that. Leaving players out like Marcus Smith, brought in Jack Morgan, but then Ben Earl didn't deserve to get dropped. Henry Pollock, he needs to start. Marcus Smith needs to start, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah, it's the same shit, bro. Football, rugby, it doesn't matter. We're versatile, guys. We have range, diversity. You know what I'm saying? Well versed. Like this is what I'm on. This is what I'm talking about, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Just bear with me a sec. Too many of these mutants, bruv, these wallads, they always have their agendas, they always have their excuses, they always have a reason, a bullshit reason to not accept what's right in front of them. Trust me, once this manager goes, whoever's in the hot seat next, they will not back him. You can ask them why. They will say it to your face till they're blue in the face, and most of them won't even do that. The ones that will, the Igals, etc., Christian, they'll say, "Oh, but what has he done? You know, oh, if he's won a league in like Eredivisie in Holland, or the Portuguese league, oh, it's a Farmers League. Yeah, that's it, Farmers League. It's absolute bullshit, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up Mob Boss, Mob Boss, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just in one of them funny moods tonight. It is what it is. Big up Nat Star. Yes. Yeah. Did you like the AFTV Gyokeres? I haven't seen it.
Well, I didn't see it.
doing an Arsene Wenger there. Yeah, but no, I haven't seen it, bro. But big up either way, Mob Boss. I will check it out. If you need to help and support local community clubs instead of demanding ridiculous amounts of money from everyone's clubs, and they need to sort out the registration as it doesn't work. It's out of date. Yeah, man. Begging for money. They're no better than some of these fucking streamers on Twitch or on YouTube that are just begging for the sake of begging. You know, like fucking what's his face, Umar Johnson and all of that. Man, like Dr. Umar Johnson, accounts frozen and all of that because of fraudulent activity. But the truth of the matter is, you're going to build a Pan-African school. I can't remember in what city. I think it might have been Chicago, Washington, or Washington, either one of them. We're waiting. Do you know what I'm saying? And this was what, for 10, 15 years ago? Heard nothing since. Do you know what I'm saying? I won't say any more on that, but you get the gist of it. It's the party hard part 2. Oh dear. They never learn, Mob Boss. They never fucking learn. They never fucking learn. They never fucking learn. This is what we understand. We get it fully. We understand it. They don't. They don't get it. That's why they're shameless, bro. They're doing it for the clicks. I don't make money off of this shit. I do it because I want to do it, because I love to do it. You guys are brilliant. Elite, world-class level chat. I'm not as consistent as the other guys, but it is what it is. My ways are strange. I have my reasons. It is what it is. You know, I do what I do. I live my life. I enjoy it. But at the same time, whenever I do content, I do the best that I can with the tools that I have in front of me. It is what it is. Slaves to the algorithm. And then they end up deleting them videos anyway. It is what it is. You know, part of his court case is not till next week. It's the 5th of August. When is the 5th of August? Just bear with me. 5th of August. That's on a Tuesday. That's on a fucking Tuesday. Damn. Well, ain't that a bitch? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I will leave it there. Gone on a bit longer, but for you guys, just like L'Oreal, you're worth it. And that is that, people. Don't forget to like, sub, share if you want. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit the notification bell so you never miss whenever I go live or upload. Take care. All of the best, people. Elite level, world-class chat. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And yeah, we are out of here. Peace. Lions!